How to do muscle testing. Do you want to learn how to do muscle testing? You see people go along and just like press on someone's arm or go like this or go like this, and you're wondering like, what are they doing or how do they do that? It's like a talent, like it's like voodoo. Like it's like magic. How do you do muscle testing or kinesiology? That is coming up right. I'm Lisa, and I empower moms and dads to connect with their intuition so they can live with purpose and passion and raise their kids to do the same. And today we are talking about muscle testing, how to do muscle testing. How do you do muscle testing or kinesiology? How do you do this at home? I want to learn it too, okay? All right, so muscle testing is based on the fact that your body is strong with something that's true and it's weak from something that's false. This is the basis of muscle testing, all right? So, for example, Dr. Bradley Nelson, I'm one of his body code, emotion code practitioners. When he teaches muscle testing, he teaches this concept that you're strong from truth and you're weak from something not true. He gives you this really cool test to do. You could try this at home. When you like close your eyes, you stand with your feet together, and I should really do it like while I'm standing this way, and you think about something like love and beauty, and you think about how like beautiful and love and whoa, I like feel like I'm gonna fall over, and you feel that your body is moving forwards, okay? And when you think about hatred and war and anger, and your body naturally starts to move backwards. So you are attracted to love and kindness and truth, and you are like repelled from things that are bad, from things that are hatred and war and untruth and anger and things like that. Okay, so that's just like a litmus test, you know. But if you want to do muscle testing, personally, I recommend starting on someone else, okay? Don't stick out your own arm, which I do all the time, and start to press down on it, okay? Don't do that because you're gonna get so confused. It's so much harder to feel it on yourself. Personally, that's my own opinion. When you wanna start with muscle testing, start with someone else's arm, okay? Ask someone to come along and stick out their arm straight out for you, okay? Stick out their arm, and you want to press down on their arm, not on their hand, because you want to do it after the bump of their wrist, because if you press on their hand, then their arm's going to come down because you don't want to break their wrist, okay? So you want to, after the little bump of the wrist, you want to press down on their arm. And you ask them to please hold your arm up strong. Don't fight me, just keep it up strong, which means that when you push down on their arm, it should stay strong for you, okay? It should stay strong. Now you want to start asking questions, or you can start putting food up to them, okay? So like you could take a cup of coffee and put it up on their chest, and put their arm out and press down on it and see if it's good for them, okay? If the food is good for them, their arm will stay strong. And if it's not good for them, then probably it will get weak. So you want to practice this a lot. Practice makes progress, right? You want to practice this a lot. You want to start practicing, what I did one time, I was actually, somebody wanted to know, yeah, like show me that you can do muscle testing. I want to know, show it to me. So I was like, okay. So they stuck out their arm, and I was like, okay, don't tell me anything. And I said, think about, I didn't even have to ask them. I was like, I'm going to tell you when your birthday is, okay? So I went through the months of the year, and I'm like, okay, your birthday's in November. And she goes, whoa, how'd you know that? And then I went through all the numbers, and I'm like, your birthday's November 13th. And she's like, whoa, that's so cool. So to be able, you need to like have in mind that you're connecting with this person, you feel their arm, you're connecting with the subconscious mind, and you start asking questions. Is your birthday in January? No, it's getting weak. Now, when you first start doing this, it's so hard to figure out whether it's a yes or a no. Because with some people, it's more obvious the yes and the no, okay? I find that doing it with foods is so much easier because if a food is really bad for someone, their arm will literally fly down there, okay? And my ex-husband, he is like this 6'4" man, a big, tall, big guy. When I used to do this on him, his arm, he'd like, grr. I'm like, don't fight me. And he'd like fight me on purpose. And his arm would just fly down when I put up a food that really wasn't good for him. Okay, so you can do this with when your birthday is. You can do this with tell me your name. The person goes, hi, my name is Lisa. Oh, it's strong. Now they say, hi, my name is Zachary. Oh, it's weak. Okay, you want to practice feeling when something is a yes and when it's a no. A yes and a no. You got to practice this over and over and over. And practice on different people. Go around to different people, practicing. Eventually, you want to start working on doing it on yourself. Now, there's a few different ways you can do it yourself. You could stick out your arm and press down on your arm, get a yes and get a no. You could put your fingers together like that, and you can pull, and you've got a yes, and a no. A yes, a yes. Oh, that was a no. See, you can do that. The thing is that it gets really like, oh, maybe it was just an accident. Is it for sure? You really got to practice, because otherwise you're just going to second guess yourself over and over and over. And I have friends who've like done this on and off, not really like worked on it hard, and they second guess themselves over and over. And I know that when I was learning, and I was learning from other people, I couldn't stop second guessing myself. So you just have to practice over and over and over. Another way of doing muscle testing is to go like this. Okay, I do this personally, like when I walk into a store or if I'm sitting at a table with other people and I don't want to stick out my arm and start doing muscle testing. Everyone's gonna think I'm so weird. Like, what is she doing? I just put my hand behind my back and I like, for example, I'll be in like the health food store and try and decide like which tea is a good herbal tea for me. And I'm like, is this one? No. Is that one? No. That one? No. Oh, this one's good. Oh yeah, that one's a really good one. So I'll buy that tea. So once you get into muscle testing, it's like the sky is a limit. You can use it for so many things. You could do it for allergy testing. You can do it for trapped emotions. You can do it for figuring out which foods are better for you or when you should eat. How much sleep you need. Then you can figure out how to do it with your children. Like you put your hand on your children's shoulder and you start muscle testing with them. Figure out what's going on, what's bothering them, what happened to them, especially with the younger child who can't communicate. This is brilliant. So the sky is the limit for kinesiology or muscle testing. So if you want to know how to do muscle testing, the answer is practice. You have to practice it a lot. Just like when you're learning to ride a bike or go ice skating or, I don't know, horseback riding, you got to practice. If you're learning a new language, you got to practice, you got to talk, you got to do it. So if you want to learn how to do muscle testing honestly and truthfully, you have got to practice. Practice on different people, do it every day, and practice on yourself. I highly suggest starting with foods. Starting with simple things like my name is this, this is true, that's not true. And eventually you can get to the bigger things like trapped emotions and what's going on inside your body or why you have insomnia or what's your asthma from. All of these things are possible, but you've got to learn the kinesiology, the muscle testing. All right, if there is any way that I can help you, you leave me a comment or I'll leave you a link if you want to book a 15-minute consultation or come to me for a session. We can release trapped emotions, we can discuss kinesiology, anything you want. I am here for you and I will see you later.